Okay, so for the last question, instead of creating your own histogram, I want you to use these two histograms that I just created on Google Sheets, and I want you to answer this question instead. So you're going to answer, how do the two histograms differ? How does the small bowl histogram look different than the large bowl histogram? So how did the histograms look different for the two groups of research participants? And what does this tell you about the two groups? So this is for you to answer as the last part of your question instead of this last bullet point. You don't have to create your own chart. Instead, you're going to be answering this last question. And I will include the screenshots of these two histograms in the Google form. As you're answering these questions, some words that would be helpful to use in your response would be, you could talk about skew. So you can talk about being, as he mentioned in the review video, you could talk about the distributions being negatively skewed, positively skewed. You could talk about variability. So you could talk about low variability or high variability in your response. So one example could be, one example could be for the group of participants who are eating from a large bowl. The histogram shows higher variability. There's a higher spread or range between the lowest amount that was eaten and the highest amount that was eaten. Whereas in the small bowl group, there's lower variability. There is less range or less difference between the minimum amount eaten and the maximum amount that was eaten by a participant. Okay, so go ahead, answer this last question as part of your response for the CSU. You don't have to answer this one. You don't have to create your own histogram. Okay, let me know if you have questions.